Welcome to AFL Outsiders, brought to you by AFL FanZone.
Welcome AFL fans and football fans to the AFL FanZone Game of the Week preview for Week 16 in the Arena Football League. This week's Game of the Week features the 7-7 Cleveland Gladiators traveling out west to face the Los Angeles Kiss on Saturday, July 16th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. You can catch this game live on CBS Sportsnet. What to watch for? Number 1. There's only 3 weeks left in the season. The final first round home playoff game is still up for grabs. If Cleveland can beat Los Angeles by at least 6 points, then they will clinch their first home playoff game since 2014. If they lose or win by 5 or less, then they will need help from Los Angeles in weeks 17 and 18, as Los Angeles would then hold the tiebreaker. Number 2. Which Nathan Stanley is going to show up this week? There isn't a streakier quarterback in the AFL than Kiss quarterback Nathan Stanley. He started the season on fire against Jacksonville and then sputtered before getting benched week 2, only to travel to Cleveland and knock off this same Gladiators team back in week 3. He returned to the starting lineup last week and showed some rust due to the injury he suffered in Arizona over a month ago. Stanley finished 17-32 for 186 yards and only 4 touchdowns en route to a 47-21 victory over Tampa Bay. Number 3. Arvell Nelson's play in the past few games are the reason Cleveland is in the driver's seat for the 4 seed heading into week 16. Since week 9, Nelson has only turned the ball over 3 times while tossing 41 touchdowns. Nelson had thrown 7 interceptions in the prior 4.5 games after taking over the starting position permanently. If Cleveland wants to wrap up the 4 seed this week, Nelson will need to continue to show the same kind of decision-making ability that led to their 6 wins over the past 9 games. Stats that matter. Number 1. Donovan Morgan has caught at least 2 touchdowns in every game since week 3, which was coincidentally the last time these two teams met. He is on pace to catch 43 touchdowns in 2016, which would make it his 3rd highest touchdown total in his 8-year career. Number 2. Colin Taylor hasn't finished a game without catching a touchdown since week 3 of last season, a streak that has now reached 30 games. His highest catch total in 2016 came against the Kiss in their first matchup when he finished with 13 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. If there was a team to watch out for, it would be LA. Earlier this season, the Kiss snapped Arizona's Rod Windsor's 41-game streak with at least 1 touchdown reception. And last, Larry Beavers of the Gladiators is 2nd place in the Arena Football League in all-purpose yards with 1,917 yards, behind only Orlando receiver kick returner Brandon Tompkins. Beavers' production has skyrocketed since week 9, which was the same week Nelson began to develop into one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He has accounted for 11 touchdowns on offense since week 9, while only having 3 in weeks 1 through 8 combined. The bottom line, these are 2 completely different teams from what we saw back in week 3. Cleveland has a new quarterback, while LA has vastly improved their defensive backfield. Look for this to be a low-scoring game, as most Kiss games are. I can't stress this enough though, this game will come down to how effective Nathan Stanley will be in his 2nd game back from injury. If he struggles early, look for Cleveland to pull away in the second half. But if Stanley can stay relatively turnover-free, the Kiss could find themselves close late. But until he proves me wrong, I just can't trust Stanley in a big spot, especially against a team like Cleveland who is shown to play well down the stretch in games. I'll take Cleveland in a 45-38 victory and to clinch the 4 seed on Saturday. The rest of the Week 16 games, first up on Saturday, July 16th at 3:30 p.m. on ESPN2 is the Philadelphia Soul at Tampa Bay Storm. Philly needs to stay hot going into the bye with their big matchup against Orlando looming in Week 18, so give me Philadelphia 65-28. The last game on Saturday is on ESPN3, which features the Jacksonville Sharks traveling to Portland to face the Steel. This is the game that I believe Portland steals against a desperate team. Jacksonville can't catch a break this season, and Portland has been playing teams tough as of late. Give me Portland with a 45-43 victory at the Motor Center. And last but not least is the Monday night game, July 18th, 9:30 p.m. on ESPN3. We got the Orlando Predators at the Arizona Rattlers. This game will mean more at the end of the season than it does in Week 16. Arizona has already clinched the number 2 seed, while Orlando holds a game lead on Philadelphia in the American Conference. Arizona has more to play for as Orlando won Game 1 in this series, so give me Arizona to win in a barn burner 69-65. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the games. Hope you guys can catch this one on Saturday night. Again, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN3, and hope you guys can catch some of the games also down the stretch run in the AFL, and make sure you tune in to AFL FanZone, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Talk to you later, and we will catch you Tuesday night for the Tuesday evening quarterback. Are you interested in writing or contributing for the Arena Football League? Look no further as the AFL FanZone team is looking for quality content creators. With the AFL FanZone, you control the content you create. Are you a writer, video editor, podcaster, all three? If you are looking for an experienced team with major exposure in the arena football scene, then shoot an email over to aflfzwriters@gmail.com with a sample of your work. We look forward to having you on our team because AFL FanZone is arena football news for fans by fans.